Good morning. It's a Sunday, and in a few hours' time, Manchester United will be playing Wolves at Molineux. I am here in Stockton Brook, visiting my parents, my family, my sister and my brother-in-law. My niece and my nephew are coming around for lunch later. But you're not here for that. You're here to obviously hear my thoughts on Manchester United's trip to Molineux this afternoon, a ground that we don't have a lot of luck on. It's a difficult place to go. We've got a few draws. We had a couple of defeats there a few seasons ago, and last season we won there on the last day of the season. So there are not a lot of goals in these games. They are difficult, and I was very disappointed with, while I'm an honest person, I was really disappointed with last week's result. But the performance, you can take drawing, you can take losing, but it's the manner of these results. And last week we didn't see Varane. I think that's probably a fitness thing. Whether he plays this afternoon, who knows what the fitness levels are for a lot of these players at the moment. I know Ollie was talking about, or I read something about, he was thinking they should have, or he wants them to play at a friendly during the international break, but a lot of the players that aren't fit are going to be playing, presumably, international football. So sort of how that works, I don't know really. I expect Sancho to start, but then I expected him to start last week. I think Wolves, they'll be compact, and it'll be difficult to break down. They've got enough quality in the squad, and after a disappointing start to the season in the league, I think, I'm expecting Wolves to come out and put on a 5-star performance against Manchester United, because a lot of these sort of teams with, let's say, less financial power, teams that are trying to establish themselves in the league, and I do feel like Wolves have established themselves, but they didn't have a great season last year, so re-establish themselves. Let's say teams that are trying to re-establish themselves as a progressive and forward-thinking. I feel like it's a bit of management speak there, wasn't it? I feel like Wolves are one of those teams that sort of turn up against Manchester United and give us a really difficult game. But that's just me from a United fan point of view. I think that's sort of the way they play. It's very warm today. I feel like out of breath. I made a bad choice in wearing this cardigan, and now I've got to keep it on as I do this video. But yeah, I don't know whether Varane's going to start. I think he'll stick with Maguire and Lindelof. And I don't think there was one player last week that was sort of at fault during that game. I just thought it was a strange game. We started well, then we conceded an own goal, Fred. Then we got back into it. Pogba had moments, but again, it's inconsistency. And yes, that result last week was never going to define the season, but it's a big 2 points dropped. And yes, you could talk about we've equalled Arsenal's unbeaten away record, and we could beat it today. 27 at the moment, could be 28. That could be a positive. Good record on the road. Obviously our home form really cost us last year. I think the addition of Ronaldo, obviously not going to play today, maybe see him in the stands, but that's still a long shot. That's a positive. We've got enough experience in that squad now, with the likes of Ronaldo and Cavani. Those kind of players that have done it at the highest level. They're going to help the likes of Mason Greenwood, who I thought played well last week, but I didn't put too much pressure on Mason Greenwood. Yes, he's a fantastic talent, but I think the fact that he's played so many games and he's been such a prominent part of our team over the last sort of couple of seasons, I think we sometimes forget he's a young player. And I think we went through a phase with Marcus Rashford as well, where he's a really young player, and a couple of years ago we were expecting him to be our main man, and he's still learning his trade, he's still learning his craft. So obviously no Rashford today. He's just had his operation. He's going to be out for a couple of months, maybe 2 or 3 months. But it's going to be interesting. My predictions, I don't usually like doing predictions, but this afternoon I think it will finish Wolves 0, Manchester United 2. I think it'll be a scrappy game. but I'm expecting us to claim the 3 points, to kick on and finish before the international break with 7 points from our opening 3 games, and then we can just hopefully put last week behind us. But between now and then, there's going to be a lot of thinking from myself and other United fans on what Ollie has got planned for this game, what his setup is. But until next time, thank you so much. Timing is everything. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.